Hello, everyone. I'm Grace from the product team. Today, I'll be sharing the product updates that were announced in the recent seller update. So I will be covering several topics, including the buyer experience enhancements, the fee updates, the seller hub improvement, and also the post-transaction and shipping updates. So regarding the buyer experience enhancements, right, I will discuss the recent updates related to the feedback, the view item page, and also the eBay top service badge on the German side. Concerning the fee updates, I will provide the information on the changes affecting the big eight sites. And also when it comes to the Seller Hub improvements, my focus will be on presenting the latest features updates designed to enhance your daily operational efficiency. Okay, let's start with the buyer experience enhancement first. Okay, in the next few slides, I'll be sharing updates regarding the feedbacks. The first update is about the feedback sorting. So previously, the feedback was sorted by default according to the recency of the feedback, and now it will be based on the relevance. So therefore, right, if the feedback is longer and richer in content, it will appear at the top of the feedback section. So here you can see a sample on how it will look like after the updates. Okay, now the feature that displays image in feedback is fully implemented for sellers and buyer with multi-quantity listing on the US, UK, and AU side. So this allows both buyer and sellers to view feedback images on the feedback related pages across various platforms, including the desktop web and also mobile web, and including the mobile application. But for currently, right, a buyer can only see the image on the mobile app, and soon we will be extending this to the desktop view and also the mobile web view for the buyer as well. Okay. Next up is the new verified purchase tag on the feedback. This badge actually confirms that the feedback comes from the genuine transaction, including buy it now, auctions, or offers. So for feedback from unpaid or chargeback orders, right, we will actually remove it and maintaining the batch credibility. So even feedback from cancel or refunded orders will display the batch. You can also address this negative feedback directly or request eBay to remove any feedback that violates the policies. Okay. Previously, after leaving feedback, buyers will redirected back to the starting point, resulting in a troublesome process that required multiple clicks to leave feedback for different purchases. So now, the system has been improved. If a buyer has additional items that require feedback, they will be redirected to a page where they can leave feedback for multiple items at once. Okay. In the past, right, buyers were prompted to leave feedback through email reminders or notification on the homepage. We have now introduced the push notification as an additional reminder to leave feedbacks. So this notification are specifically targeted. They will be sent for eligible transaction where the sellers has fewer than 400 feedback entries and the buyer has not previously left any feedback before. The push notification will be sent out 3 days after the maximum estimated delivery date EDD or the ADD actual delivery date, whichever is earlier. Okay. Next up is the update on the view item page. The view item page on the US side has undergone a layout modification. The information that was once divided across 3 columns, column 1, column 2, and column 3 has now been consolidated into 2, column 1 and column 2. Okay, so the most notable update is the enlargement of the item image. You can see here. And additionally, the merchandising module, which previously displayed its 12 slot and now showcase the 4 slot. Okay. On the DE side, there has been some confusion among the buyers regarding the listing with eBay Plus batch, right? So many of them actually believes that the eBay Plus member can, only the eBay Plus member can purchase this listing, which is not the case. So while the non-members can buy the eBay Plus listing, they are not entitled to the associated benefits such as free return only. So the similarity between the eBay Plus batch and also the eBay Guarantee batch has been causing further confusion for both the buyer and the seller itself. So to address this, right, starting from April on the DE side, we will merge these two batches into a single batch called the eBay Top Service. This change will only affect the appearance of the batch. The underlying program will continue as before. So this update also simplifies the process for you. You no longer need to opt in, as the system will just automatically identify the eligible listing and display the batch when appropriate. Okay, here is a brief overview of the criteria necessary to acquire the new batch. The requirements are divided into 2 levels. The first is account and the second is listing. For the account level, you must have a business account with a seller standard of above standard or be a eBay top rated seller ETRS. Additionally, your return address must be in Germany. As for the listing level, you must adhere to several conditions, maintaining a 0 to 1 day handling time, ensure your delivery within 3 days or less, offer free domestic shipping, provide a minimum 30 days return policy, offer tracked shipping for items priced over 10 euros, and list the item location uh, as Germany, and also use a fixed price format for the listing. Please be aware that there are separate evaluation periods for the account level and the listing level. The seller performance is evaluated on the 20th of each month, and the delivery standard are evaluated on the 22nd of each month. Okay, now I'll move on to talk about the fee updates on each site. Starting from March 7, if you are selling under the jewelry category on the UK side, the final value fee has changed. The old final value fee was 12.9% of the total amount of the sales up to €450 and 2% of the total amount of the sale above €450 plus a fixed charge of the 30 cents per order. Now, is 14.9% of the total amount of the sale up to €1,000 and 4% of the total amount of the sales above €1,000 plus a fixed charge of 30 pennies per orders. Okay, next, starting from March, the per order fee across all categories on the US and the Canada side has been adjusted for orders exceeding $10, increasing from the current 30 cent euros to 40 cents, sorry, 30 cents to 40 cents. However, for orders totally $10 and under, the fee will stay unchanged at 30 cents. This adjustment applies to all the sellers. Okay, next up is a completely new fee, namely the regulatory operating fee, which will be introduced on the April 8th. So what is this fee about? It's actually aimed to supporting our platform and managing the rising costs associated with the expanding global and local regulation, such as the digital service tax and the environmental protection. So a regulatory fee of 0.35% will be implemented for all sellers who list on the UK and EU side, including UK, Austria, Belgium, France, Italy, Ireland, the Netherlands, Holland, Spain, and Switzerland, except for Germany, which is currently not included in these changes. So one more thing to take note is this fee will only be charged when a seller lists directly on the site itself. So if you are listing on the US site and the listing got passive to the UK and EU site, right, this fee will not be charged. So the calculation of this fee is similar to the mechanism used for calculating the final value fee, which is based on the total sales amount, including the item price, shipping, and tax. Okay, starting from April 1st, we are introducing the below standard fee for to the EU markets. If a seller performance level is below standard on the 20th of a month, there will be an additional 6% fee charged on top of the final value fee on the sales in the following calendar month. So this is consistent with what we have implemented on the RD sites like the US. Okay, starting from April 1st, there will be an adjustment to the final value fee in the selected category on the DE side. So the FVF for the following categories will increase from 9% to 11%. So this section will increase. Okay, in the musical instrument category, the average selling price threshold from the shop sellers will rise from 300 euros to 400 euros. This means that the sales price up to 400 euros will incur an 11% fee, while the sales price exceeding 400 euros will be subject to a 2% fee. And also, finally, the final value fee for the following category will rise from 11% to 12%.